well, what the hell are you at? Or you must be an awful age, you going off to college at 27 or 28 years of age, bring your school back. And that can be very difficult for people, I think, particularly for travellers as well.
I've never felt that being a traveller limited me in wanting to achieve or wanting to participate in whatever I wanted to do. I think if there were problems, it was from other people who came in contact with me.
In my class, you'd be talking about what you want to be when you're older and stuff. I really wouldn't know what I want to be when I'm older yet. But I'd say I'd be something.
You're a woman with a grown-up child. What are you doing going back to school? You're getting up in the morning, going out, I suppose leaving all your chores behind you, walking away from it, and going into a classroom setting and sitting down with a lot of adults. People find that a bit, I suppose the travelling community find that a bit hideous. It's a joke.
Today, more and more travellers have the opportunity to participate in and progress through the formal education system. Let this be in primary, second level or third level, or in further education programmes. Staying on in education is a big challenge for many travellers. But looking back at the past, there has been changes made to second level and third level education to make it more accessible to travellers.
I came from a family where both parents could neither read nor write. My father was an absolutely brilliant artist, but self-taught. Whatever bit of value my father placed on education, my mother placed none at all. She didn't see the value of it and she didn't see the need for it. Even though she would have put us all to school, she in herself didn't understand or didn't see the need for education.
Well, I left school, I suppose when I say I left school, I finished in primary school. I think I didn't go any further than second class, so I presume I was 7, 8 years old. I was probably about 8, I'd say. And when I began in first class, so my total primary school career would have been about approximately a year and a half anyway, And it was only in 1995, when I'd spent 3 years working in Offaly, that I applied to do a third level course in Maynooth and did a youth and community work course in Maynooth, which is part-time, spread over 3 years. Through the work, a lot of sort of queries, a lot of information, a lot of people were looking for advice around legislation, around their rights, I suppose, relating to accommodation and relating to the equality legislation. And I was responding to a lot of stuff. I'd give people some information and then have to sort of check it out with sort of a professional or a practitioner or something in the legal area. And I just got interested in the whole area of law. And I was reading on the papers a small advertisement which kind of talked about the King's Inns. And it sort of said, do you want to be a barrister? And I said, yeah, I wouldn't mind being a barrister. And it kind of went through how to apply and stuff. Last year, 2003, I applied for the barrister law degree, to the entrance exam for the barrister law degree. I was successful and got a place on the barrister law degree.
You sit down sometimes and you think about it, where are you going to be where are you going to be in 20 years, even 15. I think I'm better off really being in school. I know myself I will finish and probably then I will go on to do a course, even though I tell my mother and father that I won't. Probably will go to college and probably do what I want to do. I really wouldn't know what I'd want to do now at this very given moment. But in a couple of years I'd say I'd have a clearer picture of what I want to do. I know girls, they're actually 20, 21 and they have 2 and 3 children and they can't go nowhere. Most girls do get married young. 25 would be a great age to get married. Well, I imagine when I'm 20 I'll be flying off on holidays and doing stuff like that normal 20-year-olds are meant to do, not being babysitting children.
Many travellers who have left school at an early age today are availing of informal education and development opportunities. These can sometimes lead to third level courses.
My name is Elizabeth Quilligan. I was brought up in a house, besides going travelling during the summer all through the years. But I went to school with settled children, all of us did. I left school early, and even though I was well able to read and write when I left school, big words are always got me down, like I could never understand them or whatever. But going back to education now, I'm kind of coming across them more often, and I'm understanding them more, and I'm more competent in myself. Well, at the moment I'm doing a community development course in Farnley CDP, and it's a certificate course. It's a 12-month course. But I started the course last March, and there's 4 other travellers in the course with me, and there's about 9 settled people in the course. It is from all different parts of Cork. I didn't really understand what the course was about, and it kind of took me a while to get into it, but now I'm getting more into it, and I find it very interesting. Last week I registered for community development degree in the UCC. It is a 3-year degree, and it's starting up next October, so I'm waiting now to hear about that.
We went to school on a bus came and collected us from the Halton site and brought us to school. We were totally segregated from the other settled children in the school. And during playtime we would have been kept back until the settled children had their hour, a half hour in the yard, whatever. I left school at a very, very young age, because that's what all was expected of us. Like, we were taught, even in school, once you have a confirmation made, it's time to go. That's all that they were providing us, and that's all we expected of ourselves. We never, even our families, like my parents wouldn't have been anywhere pushy to get you to go to secondary school, because it wasn't expected. There was no outcome expected. It was only until after I got married that I see any relevance to any education, because the times would change, and you'd see role models around, like other travellers getting jobs and going back to education. So I went back to a couple of different women's groups. I took it from one level to the next, So myself and 2 other travellers went to do the Cert in Community Development in UCC, which I found a totally different experience than my education. So when I went back, the first thing I actually done was told them that I was a traveller. I wanted it out there. I wanted him to know that I was a traveller. I didn't want anything hidden in the closet. We got through that course. We got through it very well, actually. But I was very frightened to take it to the next level. I wanted to go and do the degree or the diploma in UCC. And it's only this year that I actually registered it in the last couple of days. I'm very nervous about it.
Chrissy O'Sullivan is project